welcome back to Cataclysm Studio. Another episode for you guys, your Gamer Central for the latest video games, reviews, previews, news, updates, and montage. Okay, this channel is brought to you by Caretaker and WnL Gaming. Right, and we are your hosts, Apocalypse,
WnL Vision.
Alright, so we are doing the Halo review, guys, but before that we're going to give you a quick our news update. News feed, because now we're actually doing the show with everything compressed down to whatever, right? Exactly. So we're gonna start off with the news feed. Halo Reach release. It's been out for the past couple weeks now, and people have been jamming through that.
Exactly. Our review is sort of late, only because unlike most other people, we actually play every part of the game before we give you a review. So
right.
Keep that in mind.
So it is Bungie's last game, as Bungie signed with Activision. I believe that Bungie will still be doing a lot of independent releases, but it is still a rumor, depending on how their contract is. Like, you know,
we'll see how it goes. Right?
Yeah, we'll miss Bungie, you know.
Now that Activision's eating them.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, then we'll move on to the recent releases that we actually haven't done. Mafia 2 and Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Mafia 2 is a must-buy. You guys gotta buy that game. It's a great game.
Yes.
Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, if you are a Spider-Man
if you're a
fan,
Spider-Man, Marvel, superhero fan, grab it.
It's a great game. Alright, grab it. And coming soon, guys, there is a big game coming out.
Big game. Big game.
Multi-platform, I guess. Medal of Honor. A reboot to the series. It is an original title from our two favorite developers, Jason West and Vince Zampella, actually the founders. Reason for mentioning these two guys is because they've actually recently signed with EA again, EA Electronic Arts, the publishers who they basically left behind about a decade ago.
They left them.
They left EA about a decade ago. Right after they released the original MOH Allied Assault on PC. They are now, they're actually not even involved in this new Medal of Honor game. Not to say this game is gonna suck, but, you know.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? So, but the demo did run like crap on the console, so I don't know how PC is gonna run like.
But,
you know what? It's still too early, but like I said, what I've seen on the console runs like that. Anyway, there's another one. And I don't know if a lot of people know about this game called Call of Duty Black Ops. What is that?
Yeah, you know.
Is that a new game? Okay, anyway, it is a Treyarch non-original title, but an Activision stolen product, which they robbed from Wes and Zampella a few months ago.
Yeah, well, let's just see how
show me the money, guys. Show me the money.
Yeah,
just milk this thing.
Yeah,
all right. This game is on its way via multi-platform, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PC, and I believe the Wii.
I don't know.
It's coming out on the Wii.
I just can't.
Milk that cow.
Bring your foot in.
Milk that cow. All right. Okay, PC gamers though, good news for PC gamers because they have dedicated servers.
Yes, PC gamers.
So for the mod nations out there,
servers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So too bad for you console gamers. I guess player matching will have to do for now. Laggy. Anyway, that's it for that, and we're gonna actually move on to the Halo Reach review right now. Let's do it up.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Ready. She's ready.
She's ready.
All right. So this is like we said from before. This is Bungie's last Halo game, but it isn't the last Halo game for Microsoft.
No, it's
because
not.
there is another studio that will be taking over the brand.
Exactly, and we all know what Microsoft's gonna do: prequel, sequel, alternate dimension.
Oh my God, they are gonna
another milk.
All right, so we're gonna talk about graphics. How does this game? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go technical on you guys because this is an official review. We're not BSing right here. All right. Okay, it is nothing we haven't seen in other games, right? We see, it's nothing great, but normal mapping, bump maps, and textures have been maxed out, but it does show the Xbox 360's limit and power, and age, right?
Yeah, it's also showing the Xbox.
How old is that? Xbox is 6 years old, technically, right?
Yeah,
so they pumped all this stuff, stuff that they could get in.
They're pretty much
game.
maxing out.
They maxed out everything. it is what Halo 3 should have been.
It is. It
Right.
is what Halo 3 should have been, and really.
Graphically, anyway.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Graphically. All right. You get very nice vistas at times. Level environment varies from a few mixes of high res and dull textures from trees, rocks, and buildings. They have cool water effects. Have you seen the water?
Yeah,
in this
I
game?
did notice that. Like,
Right.
not only the water in the regular environment was starting to look a lot better, like it should have.
Yeah. Oh, it's yeah. They've used motion. You know what I don't like about this is they actually use motion blurs to cover up their choppiness. The frame rate fail, man. They use motion blurs to hide some of the choppy scenes, which doesn't hurt the game.
It doesn't hurt the game. It doesn't hurt the game. But at the same time, you're like, what the hell? Oh,
you know who used that last time?
The game.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3 used that on a PlayStation 2 back in the day. So they use a lot of motion blurs to just hide some of the choppy stuff. Anyway, moving on. Depth of field. There is no depth of field, but not like you need it because there is no iron sight.
There should have been.
Right? But yeah, like you said, there should have been just to make the game look a little better. Because it does still look cartoony. But if you had the depth of field, they would have gave you that more realistic. The game does look good. The outdoor environments look crisp.
What do you think of the Spartans?
All right, so the Spartans themselves look good, but not great.
No, they don't. I did like the elites.
I did.
But I didn't like the customizable elite armor.
Right.
Like you get to choose certain, let's say races or kind of elites.
You could play as a female this time around.
Yes.
All right. So well, moving on. Anyway, it's good enough for a console game, right? It looks great for a console game. But just imagine if this game actually ran on PC or something.
If it ran on PC, Jesus.
Anyway, but whatever. You guys are console gamers anyway, if you love Halo, so you don't care about PC. But moving on, it does have more polygons, guys. More polygons on the objects, which makes a big difference in visual, because the Spartans now actually look lifelike, right?
Yeah, well,
so they do look lifelike. So characters are also motion captured this time around.
So
so everything does look realistic.
That boxy red versus blue.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Halo 3, I can't believe they motion capture that stuff. But animation does look great at times, but still, you still get a lot of odd looking transition, like getting into the vehicles and stuff like weird stuff like. But it doesn't affect the game. Like again, this is just graphics. A lot of people probably don't even care. They've used a lot of special effects on the vehicles this time around, like heat shimmers from the engine. So when you rev up the engine, you get the whole
the heat wave
distortion. Yeah, the heat wave on the engine.
I like that. That was cool.
Right? But like I said, it's been done, but it looks great on Halo. Because the Pelicans. Remember when? Oh my God!
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So let's move on before we start talking about the.
Pelicans
Alright,
for 20
so
minutes.
Anyway, the space missions look great graphically. I mean, they showed this part of the game just to show off what the Halo engine can do.
Yeah.
And
I can't remember what you would call it, but if you look at two mongooses driving beside each other, one's a little bit higher than the other, and
Oh right, no, due to the normal mapping, that's what he's talking about. So some of the normal mapping stuff look messed up, just because the way, I guess the way the engine renders, it somehow doesn't render the textures and normal mapping properly, so you get that weird. It looks like you're hovering over
they fix that with
terrain.
all of the vehicles.
But they did fix all that stuff on this game.
Which is
last but not least, guys, the frame rate and physics. And he knows about all that stuff, but let's talk about the physics for a second. It is powered by Havoc. Havoc has been used for many games, if you guys know anything about that. And you get that, the funny looking ragdoll effects, when you get pushed or when you get shot by like a rocket launcher or something, you do that. That's what it does. And of course physics, environment.
Somebody off of
exactly. Which actually the first Halo game used back in the day. And finally, the frame rate. Not unless you have a Sony TV that runs at 240 hertz, super smooth frame rate. You ain't getting that on a regular TV because you will be running this game at an unstable 30 frames per second, which doesn't hurt the game again because console gamers don't care about frame rate.
So, in other words,
it's all right. Who cares? It's choppy. I'll pay $60 for it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, because I want to play it online.
It's a little choppy.
Who
but
cares?
You know what? It's Halo.
All right, but it is Halo,
Halo.
and Halo has been running at that type of frame rate anyway. It was up and down. It's funny thing. I mentioned this one thing. But last year, they were talking about speeding the game up, increasing the speed, and I didn't know what they were talking about. Whether were they gonna speed the gameplay up or increase the frame rate? Now we know.